Mr. Cameron bought and sold real estate, and he was a state representative, and Mr. Norman was an attorney, and he was a real estate dealer. The hallway could be used as a waiting room, only seating for 2 people, and a very bold decoration on the wall. And it's not original wallpaper, but it's reproduction for similar wallpaper that was used in the house. And it's very busy. It's not like a restful pattern. It's very busy, you know, like disconcerting. The idea is, you're welcome to come, but take care of your business and go. They didn't want you hanging around.
Batteries are
okay? So
Really?
see, if you want that, you can put that in your house, in your hallway.
Man.
Now, this is one more unique piece in this house. This is a courting candle. In the 1800s, early 1900s, the father controlled the daughter's social life. If a young man impressed the father enough that he gave the young man permission to call on the daughter, the young man would arrive at the appointed time, the father would meet him and turn this candle up and light it. Okay? They would sit in this very stuffy, formal Victorian parlor and watch this candle burn. Any conversation they had would be echoed in this hallway, and you can be sure someone was listening. Once the candle burned to the top of the metal, the highest point of the metal, it was time for the young man to go, and it depended on how well the father was impressed with him as to how high he turned that candle.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Can you bring down the candles?
No.
I see something with a crank.
This is a reproduction. But one of the Gillard Duncan descendants was so impressed with this story, she went antiquing and she found one. And she had to email me and let me know because she just had never heard the story. And I don't know which one of the families had one, but the Gillard Duncan descendant, Betty Marshall, oh, she loved it. She thought it was great. Now, in the formal Victorian parlor, I'm going to tell you this one more thing and then I'll turn you loose. The curtains drag on the floor, and the curtain rods are painted gold. This is to make you think they were wealthy. Even though they might not have had a lot of money, they were going to make you think that. Wealthy people had brass curtain rods, and the curtains dragged on the floor to make you think, we have more than we need.
Makes
So
sense.
just
People
feel
still
free
do
to
it.
walk around and look. I have
right.
given you your introduction.
It's a beautiful house.
There you go.
Now I
It
spotted
was
the
all
Oliver.
about appearances and
That's an
that.
Oliver on the right.
I wanted you to have certain ideas. You didn't deviate for the norm, or you were weird. My dad. How dare you come up with something different?
I have more batteries out in the car. Shouldn't need any
I have
more.
a charger too. I
Oh,
have
really?
almost the same camera. I think it would work.
Oh, yeah, for the little double A's. Yeah. Is it dead? You went through 8 batteries?
On one camera, no. Those you gave me were bad.
We were charged up.
They were bad. I put them in and they didn't work.
Did you put them in right?
Yes.
Open it up.
Is it closed or open?
You got them backwards. The flat one goes on the right. That's what the deal is. Now you gotta be good to go now. Yeah.
We pass it around.
Oh, a Viewmaster. They're passing around a Viewmaster, a stereoscope.
Look at them
Okay.
old shoes.
Yeah, this place is definitely not for heavy-footed people.
Look.
Back then, that was they were tiny waist, you know. So they
Oh, Mike.
take a little break and tie them back.
Mike. We found a corset. He claims they were faking it back then. Let's see if he can fake it.
Actually, I said, yeah, mine won't. I just put them in and I can't. It's not working now. So I said it away. I got another one. Yeah, mine won't work. Just stopped working all of a sudden.
Your camera?
Yeah, I kept trying and all of a sudden it just.
Is it a Vivitar? Because mine did that to us in Columbus. Half the day in Columbus,
Yeah.
my camera wouldn't work. Well, we were thinking it was the heat, but obviously that's not the case today.
And
Huh?
those look like the 50s, don't they?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, 6'8"?
Oh, yours is a bit fancier.
Yeah, it's a comeback, but yeah, just stuff.
We had
Huh.
loads
Batteries
of
charged?
Yes.
boxes like this in the shop. And
Try it again in a few minutes. It might work once we get out of here.
Look at the pattern.
I love old
By the way,
typewriters.
it was a great idea. It's
Yeah.
great. It's enjoyable.
Yeah, I know. This made up for the hotel for sure. Yeah. That's why whenever I plan something, I try to get 2 locations in. That way one backs up the other.
This is really, really neat. I'm really tickled.
Yeah, good deal. See, I've got a 1927 Olympic, and I used to have a 1923 Remington Rand, 1924, not Remington Rand, Remington. But that I lost in a move, but I still have my Olympic. I've been wanting to get one of those Olivers.
Wow. Yeah.
Aren't those cool?
That really is.
And you know, they're easy to clean up. You take them apart, just unscrew them, scrub them down, spray paint them black, put them back together. Yeah.
This reminds me of Mama's. Look at this linoleum. Remember that linoleum?
Yeah, it does remind me of Mama.
Y'all look at the floor. This reminds me of
This is the bedroom where we laid on the bed and looked at the pictures.
It's
So that front bedroom.
maybe the only.
Did you see the washing machine?
You knew what it was?
No, I was saying, what is it?
ITC.
Most people do not. They're restricted.
Collision.
Entertainment, they have the family dinners, read the Bible in the evening, or they have the family sing-along. That was big entertainment in those days. That's after killing the chicken and plucking it and frying it.
Oh, good Lord.
I want to keep reminding you of that.
I can't imagine.
And also on this house, no kitchen, detached buildings. You would find a barn attached to a house or a stable before a kitchen would be because it was a fire hazard.
See, I can see it.
Makes
I asked you
sense.
that, so where's the kitchen? Okay.
And at one time, between the residents living in this house, it was a restaurant. It served as a restaurant. Of course, you know, they set up saw tables. You know, in all of the rooms. The kitchen would have been a detached building. They would have been bringing the food in. Can you imagine? But it was in that downtown Liberty area. And looking at Liberty now, and I grew up in Liberty, it's hard to imagine the hotels that they had and the restaurants that they had. In the time when kitchens were detached buildings, you know, they had these restaurants. Yes, it was a lot. And
Lie.
sometimes people, like if you live out,
A lie maker.
I saw that. There's a little thing for like headline. What do they use?
Indian head lie.
It was so.
they would bring
Yeah. They mixed it with fat and grease to make soap.
Yep, I remember that.
clean soap.
Yeah.
But if you walk
Take the
in
skin
Liberty,
right
there were
off.
no roads, there were cattle tracks. So you would be crossing people's property and nobody tried to shoot you like they do nowadays. I live out in the country, okay? I was at a basketball game and our neighbors are calling me saying, "There's a tree across the road and it hit your fence, your horses are gonna get out." I'm in Buna watching a basketball game. You know? And so, yeah, over in Jefferson County.
Since I was little, my dad was the band director for Kirby High in Little, Texas.
Really?
He sure was.
Well, come to find out, the neighbors decided since it was their tree that fell across the road, they would patch our fence to keep the horses from
Buna's
getting
a
out.
small town.
Have you been there lately? You hadn't been there lately.
It's been years. I was
You
a
should
little,
see the sports complex. We found the
Buna?
school. Listen, we found the school. We were driving around trying to find the sports complex. They don't
put your
have a
video camera
basketball
through it.
court. They have a sports complex
It won't
set on
work.
property by
It would
itself,
work.
way
It would work.
off the
Because then
road
you
where
could just
can lock
hold
the
your
gates.
video camera up
When
to
you
your
walk
face.
in, there's
Two eyes,
concessions with
one
little
eye,
picnic
okay?
tables
Two
and
eyes.
then glass where you can sit on the porch
Two
and watch the
eyes.
game, and no food on
Play
the
them
floor.
side
It
by
is
side.
big place with seating on either side in a curve. Where that mud is not. Well, my husband's coach is my husband's cousin coaches at Koontz, and they've only lost a couple of games, so we're following them.
Oh, speaking of Koontz, have you ever seen the Kirby Hill house?
No, but I've heard talk about it and know it's a famous house.
It's excellent. It's excellent. We're going there next March, March
Oh, you're gonna
17th.
find some stuff over there.
Yeah, we went there last August and the heat was incredible. So we're going to do it again when it's cooler.
I think one of the houses, there's another house over there. John J. French. John J. French, I don't know where in Hardin County it is, but John J. French, they do demonstration stuff with the kids. They have like a little history lesson.
Okay.
They have like Civil War reenactment. They have they show the kids like old games that they used to play and dances. And our librarian is involved in that, and she goes and participates in that.
Okay.
And that's another old house you should see. It's the John J. French
That's what we're looking for, yeah.
on the internet.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
Hey, you should get my card before you leave.
And you know, I
Lots of
left all of my
contacts.
cards at
You
home.
shouldn't have done that.
I know.
Oh.
Do you have
I didn't
any
bring
on
my
you?
tarot cards either. I should have done
Business
tarot
cards?
Have you been to that restaurant in Woodville on 190, just past the Indian Reservation before you get to Woodville?
Is it the one that just recently restored?
And yeah, it's got the windmill and the old barn and
I
bailey
heard about
posters.
it.
And they got the buffet with the dessert, and then you get cornbread and stuff. I've only eaten it once.
Oh, man. This is beautiful. Oh, good grief.
It's cold in here.
Feels great. I got my armor on.
You got better armor than I do. It's from Earth, you know where that is? TPR.
I'll give you a little bit of heat. I was turning
You
heat
should
on.
have a hat and a clipboard.
You know, I forgot my clipboard too. I tell you what, I totally forgot so much stuff. The clipboard, the sign-in
You
sheets.
don't have to have anything on it, just make it look like you're in charge. I found that out working at film crews.
I know.
They act different.
This is the Gina Price Daniel house. Everybody calls it the governor's mansion. Houston Daniel is mortally offended when you say that because it embarrasses him to no end. He calls it the new house because their ranch is the Holly Ridge Ranch, and it's right up the road, and that's where he grew up. And that's where, when his dad held offices, they would come vacation at Holly Ridge Ranch. Because the ranch was there. This road out here is FM 1011, but when Price Daniel built that ranch out there, they started calling it Governor's Road. It was originally Sand Dune Road because it was sand. And when it rained, it was pretty rough driving, you know, because it was that, you know what river sand is, and I'm sure riding bicycles, river sand, how you'd bog down. Everybody remembers those days. This house, the construction began in 1982, and it was completed in 1984 and formally opened. Mrs. Daniel never wanted to live here because there's a public library right next door, and their ranch is secluded to the point where many people today don't know where it is. So she liked the privacy and seclusion of the ranch. This house was used for holidays, and one of the grandkids talked with me recently and was saying they had such a big family for the holidays. They would have, you know, Christmas and Thanksgiving. They'd eat over here. And he said the kids would have to perform. And of course, these parquet floors, you know, those kids were skidding on these floors, and that's what he was telling me. And the kids would do little skits, you know, and sing and dance. And so they have a lot of fond memories of being at this house. But the ranch is the place. That was their home, the Daniels' home, and that was the place to be. Mrs. Daniel died in December 2003, but the ranch is still an actively working ranch. Houston lives right up the road, and he and his family work the ranch. Jeannie, the daughter, lives in the Dallas area, and she's developing this property right next door. It's a gated subdivision. And so she periodically comes down and has business with the ranch, and we see her in frequently. Also, Champs d'Azur was a French settlement that's somewhere in Liberty County, and everybody's arguing about where it was. The Trinity River Bridge, right there when you're coming into Liberty, the banks on this side, on the Liberty side, people are saying that's where Champs d'Azur was, okay? Also, 563 between Highway 90 and Interstate 10, there's a little settlement called Moss Bluff, and it's kind of swampy over there. People are saying it was over there. So we've got a couple of different factions, and they've had some archaeological digs, and out on 563, they've actually found some things in the Moss Bluff area. But there's this other faction still wanting to say it was on the banks of the Trinity River, so who knows, okay? Time will tell. So Jeannie and her husband, they're actively involved in that, and they have their meetings of their group, and there's older people and young people, and they do a lot of research and meet periodically here or at the library.
Okay.
Price wanted this house patterned after the Texas Governor's Mansion. The Governor's Mansion in Austin was built about 1850. The legislators did not want to pay for the wings in 1850, so only the central portion of the building was built. Price wanted this building built the way the original Governor's Mansion was intended, so he had plans drawn up for the wings. The floor plan is completely different. The only resemblances are that entrance when you walk in and the stairway, and the foyer, exterior with the large columns. That resembles the Governor's Mansion. The keyhole design over the doorway, meant to resemble the skeleton keyhole, that was one of Abner Cook's trademarks, so that's another resemblance. And if I don't show you that, most people never notice, but other than that, the floor plan is completely different. If you have a group, and it's non-political and non-profit, and you'd like to have a meeting here, you can call us and get on our schedule, and you can use the building at no charge. A member of the staff has to be here for security because of the value of the antiques. Right. This wing over here has a little kitchenette and a dining room, an office, and a bed and bath. Price always hoped that a writer-in-residence or scholar would use this wing doing research at the library. We've had people stay here. For a long time, we didn't have a nice hotel in Liberty, just the no-tail motels. And so our people from Austin would stay in this house. But, well, you laugh. Our director in Austin told me that he swore the cockroaches could carry him off. That's how bad it was. We now have nice hotels. We're getting there. So, yeah, there's a lot of stories.
Yeah.
I can tell you, well, we're going to stop right there.
Can you tell us about the Dan Murph's book?
I can't, except that it looks really good. And our librarian has been skimming it, and she liked it.
And he's a relative, right?
Dan is married to Jeannie, Price's daughter. Now, it's kind of interesting. Dan is super nice. He really is. And Houston is really nice too, but Dan is just a gentleman. He's just so courteous. I'm always really impressed with him. Every time I see him, he's so courteous and so nice. He got stuck the last time he was here because we had some new desks come in, and they were really, really heavy to the point it took 5 of us to move them. And we ladies are stocky, I'll have you know, because antique furniture is heavy, and we have to move everything that you see in this building. And you have, in order to work here, you have to be able to climb a ladder and retrieve a 50-pound box from a shelf and carry it down the ladder and bring it back up and put it on the shelf. And that is one of the tests for employment. And I'll have you know, most of those boxes on the top shelves weigh more than 50 pounds, and they put the heaviest boxes on the top shelves. You can ask our librarian.
I don't think I can do it.
I have a backup for that. Well, in the museum, okay, those cases that have the arrowheads and they have the tools, we had to move them away from the wall 5 feet so the walls could be painted. And those cases with rocks in them are pretty heavy.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to pull your own weight to work around here. You can't be a slouch. Nobody's going to pull those boxes for you when you got a researcher sitting there going, waiting on their material.
Right.
Some of them are like that because they can go through a box pretty fast. That staircase, I was talking to one of the ladies about why we don't have weddings and things. That's a beautiful staircase, but we don't want to stay here 3 hours for you to take pictures of your bride. And I've seen some pretty interesting sights. I've seen a bride strip on that porch and put her wedding gown on, and I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, she doesn't know who could be watching her, because, you know, our custodian was mowing the yard and wandering around weeding and stuff, and she's out there stripping on the porch on a Saturday. They come on Saturday, you know, and put their wedding gown on out there and take pictures on the porch. We get some strange visitors sometimes. And no weddings in the church for the same reason. Chandeliers that Price and Mrs. Daniel bought for the house. The furnishings in the house are pieces from their family collection that they used in their residences, or pieces that they shopped to furnish the house. They did, one of the big antique houses they used was Martin's Auction House in New Orleans, but they traveled all over different places collecting antiques. There's a little miniature child's desk upstairs that came from Jefferson, Texas. There's some beautiful pieces. This one, Houston Daniel was telling me about this. The Daniels bought this painting when Porfirio Salinas, a famous San Antonio artist, had just gotten started. And it cost a lot at that time. This hung in the governor's mansion when Price was governor, and it's worth a lot more than what they paid for it at the time that they bought it. It's thought to symbolize the hill country, and it's quite a valuable painting now. There's another one with cactuses in the dining room. This dining room, the china is the Houston Hearn china, and it was the descendants of Sam Houston who used that china, dates back to the late 1800s, early 1900s. House has a chapel in it. Only 2 Texas executives had chapels in residences that they owned or used. Mrs. Daniel with this house, and Margaret Houston, Sam Houston's wife, in one of their residences. I thought that was kind of neat. Found that out reading the book. Sam Houston slept here. And we have autograph sessions. If our authors write a book using our resources, we hold autograph sessions. So if any of you decide you're going to write a book, you laugh. You'd be surprised how many of our researchers have written books, you know, and we'll host an autograph session for you and have some coffee and donuts. Put it on the radio. Our local radio broadcaster will come out and have you on the radio. So we do a lot of interesting things, and the community interacts with us and they support us. Our Chamber of Commerce is real big. You're welcome to walk around and look. Yes. Listen, this is Sam Houston, and it was a present from Mrs. Daniel's grandmother to Price Daniel. Mrs. Daniel is Sam Houston's great-great-granddaughter. But Price has always been a big fan of Sam Houston, and when he first went to court Mrs. Daniel, her grandmother was there, and he saw that they had a bust of Sam Houston. He didn't know she was a descendant, and he said,
That's great.
and of course,
But she said they didn't really live here. Okay, I gotta cut for a second here.
That moves an object. I was doing it with the that little berry on the table. So maybe I got something. Who knows?
Play it back in slow motion. So that's Sam Houston's china. Well, once you rip it to a computer, you could slow it down.
We can't rip these to a computer.
Well, you know what I was looking for was like a DVD recorder, like the new, instead of VCRs, they have DVDs. You could plug this into a DVD recorder, and then put it in your computer and rip it like a movie DVD. That's what I was thinking about doing.
Yeah, I'll just, like this one I could put on the TV at home, use my other video camera and like put on my tripod, put it toward the camera, or toward the TV and just record it onto it.
This is pretty big, isn't it?
Pretty big.
Where's the rest of it? Oh, this is the chapel. Okay. Check this out. Wow. Ooh, chandelier.
It was off and the door was closed just a minute ago when I was in.
Wow.
Did you do it? You're climbing up on that.
That's the chapel. Out of order.
Let's see
And he taught at Lee College and Panhandle Plains University.
Is there a hideaway?
23.
It's a great house. I mean, it looks much bigger on the outside, though, doesn't it? Oh, okay. Ooh, nice carpet.
It is.
Oh, this is the governor's office.
That's where Shannon's son's going there now to look at all the political parties. Oh, are you funny?
Wow.
It's got an old rotary dial.
So do I.
Matrix in here. Look at this thing.
Oh, yeah, I got one just
Picture of
like
General
that.
Houston on the phone book with his hat.
Oh, yeah.
He had the sideburns.
He looked pretty pathetic, didn't he?
We're talking about my alma mater now. You're fighting word. My dad's a graduate, so am I.
Okay, okay.
Okay, goals.
Well, I'm related to LBJ, so I shouldn't talk.
Look at the blinds.
Oh, here's
Uh-huh.
he's right. I can stay.
Shutters.
Oh, this is nice.
So this is the governor's bedroom. Okay, Mike.
Is this a don't touch too?
Well, I don't know.
I don't
This stuff's
either.
fairly modern compared to the last
Well,
couple
it
of
certainly
houses.
is.
I see a National Geographic collection. Look at these. These are worth their weight in gold here.
Are they really?
These are
Because I used to have a ton of them that I pitched.
You should have kept those.
I still have all my computer magazines from the 80s.
1964, 1961.
I've got almost the complete run of Byte magazine from
Wow.
79
You
through
better
84.
archive that and see if you can sell it. That might be worth
Mhm.
$1,000.
Yeah, Byte magazine.
You say bite or wife?
Byte.
Bite.
It is a computer journal of the
Oh,
80s.
B-Y-T.
Oh, you thought I said life, huh?
Well,
I got Atari Times. I've got Analog magazine from 83.
I remember Analog.
Uh-huh.
What about Starlog? I got the first edition Starlog with the Star Trek.
That was more the
Original
techie
series.
stuff, Trekkie stuff.
Live Long and Prosper.
Oh, God.
I got a cool book though that was inside Star Trek about the true life documentary, how they made the show.
Oh.
Just
are you a real Trekkie?
I guess I would be. I don't know.
Okay, how do the Spock's planet people or whatever?
Vulcans?
Vulcans.
I guess. Oh, I'm not a Trekkie. How do they shake his hand?
How do they shake his hand?
They don't.
I don't ever remember them shaking.
Don't they
hands.
just put the little V thing together with their...
In some way, but it's not the beast. It's backwards. It's like this.
I've never heard that before.
I've seen it.
I can't do
On
my
an
fingers.
episode, I've seen it.
We need to get Leonard Nimoy in on our group.
We went to when John
Oh.
was president.
So this is not much of a kitchen. Surprisingly small.
And John Conley was
Maybe
supposed to get the
that's what's in the door.
Hmm.
and they turned around to get the hat and nobody brought the hat.
This is more of a presentation house, like she said. I don't think they actually lived here.
Don't know about upstairs.
And there's a restroom. If anybody needs a restroom, these restrooms are usable.
Okay. I noticed that kitchen is very small.
Well, that would have been like for a guest.
Oh.
That's not the house kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That would have been for a guest, and the rest of the house would have been locked up for the researcher who was researching at the library. They would have entered the back door through the kitchen, and they would not have been able to access the rest of the house.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
That door right there would have been locked.
Right.
The
okay.
reason nobody stays here is because of the value of the antiques, and since
Correct.
they've donated it to us, we have not lost anything.
That's good.
So,
That's good.
We're trying to hold that number. Pardon?
This is out of order.
Oh, but that's the elevator, honey, that's not the restroom.
That's the elevator?
Right at the end of the hall.
Okay.
Now I have a question.
Sure.
There's a double door over there. What is the door that doesn't open?
Fire protection. It's cinder block wall inside there, and that's where our fire protection is.
Okay, gotcha.
Because we have, see the little sprinkler system?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've actually been up there. It's claustrophobic.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I tried
Okay.
to open it, it wouldn't open. I was like,
Yeah,
what's
it
behind there?
latches.
Okay.
All the kids, all the little elementary school kids. Oh man, who lives up there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Are you familiar with the cemeteries in this area?
Somewhat, because I work with researchers.
Okay, well, we may need directions to maybe 2 cemeteries.
Okay,
Just to kill time this evening.
sure.
We'll go out.
Just come back to the library,
Okay.
and I'll give you a map.
Oh, thank you, thank
Yeah.
you. Appreciate that.
Yes, you're welcome to go upstairs.
Oh, we can? Okay.
Yes.
Sweet piece of the bed up there.
Really? Okay.
She was waiting for me.
This is great.
Drink a little bit, this would be the best thing we got.
Oh, man. For sure.
My goodness, what bedroom.
Wow. Now this is my bedroom right here.
No. These are just.
Did you see all of them?
This house is not actually designed.
All of the beds are little, they're short.
Upstairs.
People were little back
Just the
then, like you.
downstairs is more than. Well, see, they did.
you go to the other room?
They only had
I just got up here.
They just built it.
Yes. And
Come and
See the
look.
Indian
was always
headdress?
to turn
Yeah,
over to the
I don't know,
state.
'cause shot an Indian
They did in
reservation.
1998, but they only used it for holidays. You know, for family dinners. Hey, I'd like to have dinner. And
Oh, that's Governor Christ.
Look at the baby beds.
Wow.
See that one? I love that one.
I like that one. The
Yeah, they're
steps
too
next to
little.
it. It's
Look
got
how
stairs.
little they are. But look how little.
Mm-hmm.
See? Look at the quilt tray underneath.
I'd be in trouble. They were considerably shorter, weren't they?
Quilt tray. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, they were about Jamie's size back then.
Yes.
I would be in trouble.
Did you see the baby? That's an old doll.
It's a scary looking baby.
Looks scary as hell.
Yeah, maybe I'll take a picture just because of
I
that.
got a picture of it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, good. It's like 4:30. If that clock is right.
I don't think it's that late. I called Peyton. Where is he?
I don't know. I think we lost him.
I know I told him Mike would give me directions.
His phone's not, I bet his phone's not working
Closet.
I think there was something more to this. They used to have those cans where they put.
Right. They put the hot coals in them.
Anyway, there was something more to this.
She said she'd help us out with directions to a couple of good cemeteries.
Look at these high chairs, they're all made out of wood.
Excellent.
Isn't that something?
Mm-hmm.
there's lots of them.
Talk about straight back, poor kid.
Oh, man. Sit up straight.
Martha Joe, you can borrow mine. This reminds me of Verna's house.
Were you outside? Oh, okay.
This was really my next house. She came out this and there was big hallway, and David was on this side and on that. Swinging and I said, oh, look at the foundation of that.
I don't know. It might be.
Oh, no, that's a great old photo there. Wow. Looks almost real. Did you see that photo? That's a silver plate. Have you tried calling Peyton?
No, he said he might come up this afternoon, but I talked to him yesterday evening, but I haven't heard from him today.
Well, he called while we were in the church needing directions, and I did the best I could. Maybe you should try calling him.
He might be lost.
I'm thinking he's lost.
He's lost.
He's totally missed this whole tour. My phone doesn't even have a signal out here. I lost my signal.
Yeah, makes people happy.
He said, you must be from around there. She said, no. She said, I know.
That's a pretty picture.
Oh, no.
She had to call me. She said, Mom, remember this?
My mom, Jamie, when I was a kid, my mom had a dress like that.
I like these pictures.
So did Belle and Catherine.
I mean, that could be my mom. That looks just like her when I was a kid.
Looks like Belle and Catherine had prom dresses on.
Question, huh? And Mrs. Daniel's mother was married at 16. I don't know if she just got married, but this is a photo of she and her husband, F.T. Baldwin, and turn around and that's F.T. Baldwin in later years. He was an attorney for the Texaco Company.
Oh, okay.
And then that shows her descendancy from Sam Houston through Sam and Margaret's daughter Nancy.
Maybe he lost his signal too. This place is heck on our cell phones. You haven't heard from Peyton at all, huh?
I thought you talked to him, but he was
She's
figuring out
trying
how
to talk
get
to
here.
him.
I gave him directions.
She's losing her signal. Keeps hanging up on her.
This is where I was. I was up here cleaning when I could hear those voices downstairs.
Oh.
Okay? And I ran downstairs, I swear, 3 times, because, that's too hard to open. I can't
Were you all
open it.
alone?
Yeah, I was alone in the house cleaning.
Wow.
Because I was getting ready for an event. Now, when we were getting ready for the market dedication, we were doing some serious cleaning. And I had Clorox in that, that bathroom at the end downstairs?
Yeah.
And our archivist was, there's a little apartment beyond the bathroom on this end. There's a little a bedroom. So I ran out of Clorox too, and I went to get some from her. The door to the office slammed shut behind me.
Whoa.
I stopped.
I bet you did.
Hair stood up on the back of my neck.
We call that poltergeist.
See, we were really doing a lot of stuff getting ready for that market dedication. And so I went and told her, and she laughed. Okay. Well, I got my Clorox and finished my cleaning, and I came upstairs to do the other bathrooms, and she was downstairs dusting. When she finished dusting in that office and came out, did the same thing to her.
Same thing?
She wasn't laughing anymore. She wasn't laughing anymore.
Wow.
I said,
Oh, man. See, that, we've learned if we just follow history, we'll find ghosts.
Yeah.
That's why we go for these historical tours, because it's not too hard to find ghosts in all this.
But, we don't have time for foolishness. We have
Right.
to keep these buildings clean.
Right.
And our boss does not like to bring anybody in because they don't value the antiques. And if you break something, it's on your rear, okay?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we know we have to be careful with these things. And if you break something, you're going to go tell. Okay? Because,
Yeah.
for instance, when we had the roof done, the vibrations broke this chandelier.
Oh.
This chandelier hung in the governor's mansion over the dining room table in the family quarters when Price and his family lived there. And the vibrations, after the storm, we had the roof replaced because we had some of the shingles blown off.
Katrina?
And it was time. No, Rita.
Rita, okay.
Yeah. And so the vibrations broke. You can see this balling.
Yeah.
These crystals don't carry on. They took
Right.
it down because that one piece broke. Okay. So that one piece is missing. But when Mrs. Daniel bought it, when they auctioned it off from the governor's mansion, it came here broke. So it's been broken before. And it's
Okay.
just probably hit some weak spots, and the vibration from the roofers broke it again.
Wow. Jeez.
But if you think about it, all we have to go to
That's right. That's right. In oral history, it goes down.
That's right.
It's hard to hang up to it. Archiving is it. That's it.
And then I'm over here all by myself all the time because I schedule the paper, so I'm the one who has to go through and make sure all the bugs are picked up and everything is clean. And people use these restrooms, so I keep them clean. I check them before a tour, I check them after a tour.
I'd be afraid to ask you. I'm afraid to. I don't want to.
Why?
No,
Read the names. Read the names.
Mrs. Sam Houston.
Oh, listen,
Yeah, but read their
I'm a big
names.
fan of Clorox
Watch
too.
them.
Yeah, I use a lot of Clorox too.
Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Houston.
This is
See, look
Governor
at,
Bill
watch the names.
and second features. Oh, Governor Bill, listen, he was such a character when he was alive. I have to tell you this. Sandy, he would shame Danny Kaye. He would, Danny Kaye had a lot of that vaudeville in him. He would shame Danny Kaye.
Jamie?
She's just playing with the lights.
Oh. I thought the singer was
But
Someone's gonna sing off.
George W. Bush came just before he decided he was going to run for governor. We knew, for president, we knew he was, but he came down with the Secret Service, and of course, he's the governor of Texas, and, we had a little get-together at the library, and Governor Bill showed up in his white suit, looking like Colonel Sanders. And, he didn't frown, and Sandy Pickett had run for office, and
Sandy Pickett?
yes, and she's a Democrat, and bless her hearts, the Republicans really were ugly to her in the campaign, slinging mud and insulting her honor and all this stuff. And so she went over to speak to Governor Bill, and he thinks he's a ladies' man. And he had Sandy he kisses the lady's hands. He was sitting in the chair by the door to the library where the Secret Service were waiting for George W. to come in to hold a press conference. He had Sandy Pickett by the hand, where he had kissed her hand, he was holding her hand. Poor woman couldn't get away from him. And she was like, I'm sitting there.
She's little bitty.
He had her by the hand.
She's about smaller than her. She's real tiny.
Oh, it was hilarious. And then George W. was trying to go into his press conference. And so Bill was shaking hands with George W. and wouldn't let his hand go because he was going to tell him what he had to tell him.
Oh, let him go.
And what was Sandy running for?
Sandy was running for mayor of Texas mayor of Liberty against Bruce Halstead. And Bruce Halstead did some serious mudslinging. And I do not like him to this day because one of the nasty things he said was that Sandy and her husband and a few others had invested municipal bonds in a power company with the intent of driving the price up.
Oh.
Anybody could invest in those bonds.
Yeah.
But Bruce the bad thing about it is uneducated people and people who don't
Believe
know any
that.
better, they believe it.
Right.
My daddy believed it, and I had to explain to him. I said, no. Let me explain to you how this works.
Right.
You could have invested in that. And he's like, no. And I'm like, yes, you listen. Anybody. And the prices have started to come down a little bit. After Bruce got mayor, they went down considerably. And guess who got the credit? Bruce did, but it was work that was done before he ever took office. It just took time.
And it's a lot of it.
In small towns.
But anywhere,
Oh, I'm telling you, the mud they sling around.
Okay, I'm outside. This is the Sam Houston Regional Library and Research Center. Over there you have the Price Daniels House. Library. I can't remember the name of that house. That's St. Stephen's Episcopal Church, and that's the Gillard Duncan House. And there's Peyton. Peyton made it. He missed lunch. He missed all 5 tours. Peyton made it. He just pulled up. I'm glad because he'll want to see that Confederate seal up there.
Oh, yeah.
Building is strange. Very old looking in the front and in the back. Black. All very
Yay!
I made it!
Peyton, look at the seal in the middle.
You would point that out to me, wouldn't you?
Hey, this place has some serious Confederate overtones. A lot of
Okay.
Civil War stuff here.
Let me open myself up to it. Hold on. Yeah, it does, and they know about us.
That's the Gillard Duncan house. That's St. Stephen's Episcopal Church. What was that little house called? Do you remember?
What's the one Uncle Frank built? That's all I remember.
The Uncle Frank house. And then over there is the old governor's mansion, the Price Miller mansion. And they're still over there. If we walk over there, you might be able to catch a glimpse inside.
Yep. Okay.
I'm glad you made it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So what we're going to do now, we're waiting on the guide to finish up. There's another group here, the Cook Cousin Reunion. Anyway, oh good, you got pen and paper and all that.
That's it, the Oddfellows.
That's the Odd Hotel?
That's the Oddfellows.
Oh, Oddfellows.
Oddfellows home. That's the mental place. It was also a nursing home.
I want to go to a mental institution.
Okay.
I made friends with
try.
I made friends with Brandy over there at the barbecue place.
She's nice, and she that turned into our information center.
Yeah, I got her name and phone number. I even get the phone numbers for the church she's with.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, she's with a pagan church.
Really?
In Liberty. Oh. I had the phone number right here in my wallet.
Well,
I do a lot of networking when I can.
You want to walk over there?
Yeah, sure.
Hang on, let me give Jamie a heads up.
I'll tell him. I'll stay here because I'm.
Okay,
how you doing,
thanks.
Savannah?
I'm fine. How are you?
Fantastic. You too.
Well, here, let me stick my head in real quick.
Look, we could do a little
Record. Okay, there we go. I'm glad we came during daylight. Wow. Toxic waste, okay.
Oh, what did you say? Sorry, Mommy. I didn't mean to do that.
I wonder if that was a lightning strike.
Probably was. It'd be interesting if we saw a little bit of voodoo out of here.
Look at all these trees that have been laid down. Look at this.
This reminds me of is Pet Cemetery.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we do have to go there.
Let's set us all on fire.
Oh, man. Looks like we might have to go over the hill.
Oh, hell no. I'm sorry, but I don't lose stuff like that.
Oh, man.
I don't see any sign of anything.
This is definitely
Scouts, what y'all got up there? Anything?
What if we step on a bear trap?
Whack!
I think I know what happens.
I saw that Melissa, also known as Bocce Blue, signed up for this.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
But she didn't make a show.
Right.
Nothing unusual about that. Yeah, you might want to watch out for booby traps.
I'm smushing it good.
I would.
This looks like a prime spot for booby traps out here. You know, traps designed to catch the infamous booby. Wow. You making it all right?
Thinking, what? Where's the cemetery?
I guess we're in it. Y'all see anything up there? Nothing.
But maybe he's right in that field. I see a field right up here. Mom. Yes. I'm afraid to close my eyes. I'm afraid to open them.
What's that down in there?
Water.
Oh, that's the swamp. Okay. Can you imagine this in August? I'd be raining. You got something? Okay. Forward. This reminds me of my past life as a Vietnam soldier. I was before I was born. I was born in '68. Yeah. Yeah, there is a lot of burnt trees. That's awfully weird. Booby traps, be careful. Luke, just force your way through it. All right. Damn, this is righteous back here. Oh!
I ain't coming out.
That's of the thorny variety. I'll try to hold it back.
Ow, it whipped me.
Luke, it's stuck in my butt. Pull it out.
No, thank you. No, we're not coming out here at night, that's for sure.
Holy. Yeah, I left mine at home. We got cemetery. Wow. Masonic. It's also Masonic. Mm-hmm. Black Masonic. Sally Chambers, 1947.
I hope none of these had thorns.
Some of these are homemade. That one doesn't even have a marker. Watch out for the little nameless ones. Here you go. A vault. That's odd.
It's a vault?
Yeah. Wow, look at the path I made.
Oh my gosh.
I got them all wrapped up around me.
Oh no.
Must go forward.
I'm not you talking about me.
Right. Now this is interesting. Do you see something here? Look at the way the weeds are laying down.
Someone's been here before.
No, but look, it's a
circle.
It is. It's a circular pattern. Look, they're all pointing inward.
There's too many thorns here.
It's a crop circle. We got a crop circle over here. You hear Jamie say, "Oh Lord."
I'm stuck in one place. My feet can't get out.
Force your way through, Luke.
It hurts. You're a trooper.
Cowboy up.
Nitrogen stuck my
Mommy! Ow! Ow! God, that's wicked. Look at the thorns on that.
I told
Boom!
you. Here's a
briar.
knocked over tombstone, or well, cross.
Yeah, a laid down cross. Entrance into the tomb. I found an entrance.
An entrance? An entrance to what?
The unknown.
Oh, great.
See, Jamie, it's a crop circle. They're all all the way around. They're all pointed towards the middle. I wonder what's at the middle.
So why don't you go find out?
Here's an. Oh, I'm standing in an entranceway. That's a hole right
I
there.
should have worn boots for this.
Well,
I should have worn my boots.
I knew I'd be on my feet, so I wanted to be comfortable. But yeah, you're right. I should have. They're completely laid down. Look. They're completely broken right here. You see how they're broken?
Yeah, they're broken. Maybe humans.
There's another little grave right there.
Maybe humans been through here.
I see a couple of crosses in the middle there.
We're talking about here, maybe devil worshippers.
Whoa. What the hell?
What?
The structure.
There's structure here.
What do you think that was for? Maybe that's part of the old asylum. Didn't the asylum, wasn't it back here?
Look,
That's Blanca. She held back.
Elmo.
Oh, there you are. She was bent over. Huh?
It may, well, let's see. It probably was part of the old Testament because I don't see it, but the humans come and make this a good pastime.
Yeah, I know.
Oh man.
Wow. The path just goes on. Oh, there's a red bird.
Yeah.
There's a red bird back there.
It'd be just a look if we saw a Sasquatch move around here.
Did you see that? I wonder if that was part of the sanitarium.
It probably was at one time. I don't see humans.
I think you're overdressed for this occasion.
Yeah, I think I am too.
But you look like a researcher.
Thank you.
We need to make badges, huh?
Yeah, we should. We should.
Texas Paranormal badges.
Yeah.
Taking pictures? Here, you want me to take one of the cameras?
No, I'm alright.
Shoot photos.
I'm trying to save.
See how they're all broken? It's like a crop circle back here, huh? The path goes on. It goes on and on and on.
No, I ain't going that far back.
Well, there's birds back there.
Time. I'm watching the time.
Is it time to go back to Pizza Hut already?
Almost.
It's
I don't want to be here after dark, though.
6:08.
5:10.
Yeah.
You need to set your clock. I got 5:08 too.
Then mine, I didn't set time, settings. Settings.
He's back there. It's 6:10.
Yeah, I was good.
You're the wrong one.
I was gonna.
Oh. Yeah, it's 5:08.
No, it is 6:10.
Okay, this is Elmo Johnson reporting from the deep woods of Liberty, Texas.
Oh my God.
We're out here in the middle of a crop circle type formation on the site of the supposedly former location of Oddfellows Mental Asylum and Cemetery. There's several pathways running through this area. It's extremely dense and thick.
There's just been a lot of human activity back here. That's why these weeds are down the way they are.
Yeah, well, you know, they seem laid down. Something came through here. You think maybe somebody was 4x4ing back here? Or?
Probably so. Probably so.
Kids.
What you got?
Kids love cemeteries, you know.
It's,
Luke can hold stuff for you.
yeah, I keep getting hung up on the branches and then I'll trip over them.
We've spotted several graves, burnt trees, and all the weeds seem to be laid down, broken, like something large.
From a flood or something else.
A flood?
You know how much the really big rains we've had, and isn't that like a river or something down there?
There is a couple of ponds.
It could have come up and then gone back down.
I just can't see that kind of torrent moving through here.
I just see,
Unless this has been like this since Rita or Katrina.
I didn't think about that.
There's a nice one.
It is possible that the Rita may have done this. Because this land does see the pond.
Ah, there's another gravestone right here.
There's another little tombstone.
Oh God. Yeah, there's another one right there. Are y'all all right?
Yeah, I just got hooked.
Oh God, be careful, please.
Hey, look at that.
Look, a vault.
Oh man, a vault.
I can pick it.
Oh, barbed wire.
Onward, onward.
There's barbed wire right here. We're gonna be covered with scratches when we get home. That looks like a badass ant bed right there too.
Elma, what are you doing?
Look at it.
I'm just working my way a little closer. I can't get any closer. That's about it, huh?
No, where is it? I want to know.
Anthill, what is that, an anthill?
Right there.
Right in front of me.
Well, that's
Okay, let's back out. Let's back out.
No, I gotta get pictures of all.
This is too much, even for me.
What's in front of us?
A vault.
It's right there, Lucas.
But man, I'm like getting thorned to death back there. Be careful.
That's a coffin sitting out on the.
Yeah, it's a vault. Inside is a coffin.
I want a picture.
Let's open it.
You're standing right next to a really badass ant bed.
Okay, I'm getting out of here. It's too deep for me. Ow! Ah!
We're gonna play the audio back. It's gonna be ow, oh, ah, ee, ah.
Turn this thing off.
Look at one.
God, Peyton,
Here, brush me
you're
off.
covered with I don't know what it is.
Is it cotton?
Spores. Y'all are covered with spores. You've been spored. Now you're fertile.
Oh, man.
There's another tombstone back there.
Let's get out of here. I'm freaking out.
Which way did we come? I'm lost. Oh my God. Oh dear Lord. Which way's out?
Uh-oh. Here's a really bad.
There's another tombstone over there. This would be wicked at night.
Right, what is that?
What?
These more pathways?
It just seems to keep going and keep going, doesn't it? She said it was a really big cemetery. It's abandoned. This is awesome. Well, yeah, it's pretty sad, but I mean, this is extreme ghost hunting right here. I'm wondering if we should come back out here at night. Oh, 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 oh. Oh,
Look down.
now we're going against the grain here. Can you make it? Yeah. I got my leather on. I'm looking at that burnt wood. What's that all about?
I don't know unless somebody's been, bums or kids or somebody's been out here.
Camping? Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh. I don't know if I'd want to camp out in here. Is that what it is?
It's a fungi.
Yeah, for sure. We should probably head back to the cars. Oh man, I'm wondering what the hell this is.
It looks like it might have at one time been a sitting bench for people.
Well, it's kind of big and square for that.
You think there were graves in the middle of it?
Or maybe it was some type of structure that was there. I'm seeing little tombstones all over the place back in the weeds.
Watch out, there's stores up here too.
Oh yeah. Oh boy. Oh shh. We're going back that way? That's not the way out, y'all know.
Yeah, it is.
No, this is.
No, it's not.
Because we walked past that little grave right there.
Yeah.
You know y'all aren't going the way out, right?
Y'all are going deeper.
Okay.
Oh, it's wrapped around me.
I want to put that on YouTube.
Oh.
Which way are we going?
Well, they're going exploring that way. That's the way out.
Ants in my shoes.
So I recognize that little white stone with the flowers.
Let's just pile through there. No, Elmo, come here.
I want to go see what they're looking
Let
at.
him go.
Get out of here, come on.
Huh?
Let's go.
Hang on, wait a second. Let me just check. Is that a dead animal? Oh, it's a tire. Pet cemetery. Hey, this is a pretty decent path here. Ow! Hello! Ow! 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 Ah. Let me pull it out of my flesh.
Oh God, keep going, there's an ant bed right here.
Hold that for a second.
There, let me through.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Damn. Damn. Damn.
I told you.
Damn.
Help me!
Here, I'll hold it back. Go ahead.
Help me, Mommy!
I don't know. I'm thinking it got tore down. She said it's... Watch out. This is bad right here. See, there's more vaults right here.
Oh God.
I just pulled one out of my thigh.
Don't move. Please do not move.
Move it.
No, don't
move it. Move it. Move it. Move it. Move it or I'll shoot you.
No, I mean look.
What?
It's a tripwire.
Oh shit.
A thorn.
Okay.
Oh.
Now step over it.
Went right into my leg.
Uh-oh. I didn't bring any extras either.
No, I got a few though. There's got a lot more places to go. Where the heck are they going? That's a hand-carved thing right there.
Yeah, a lot of these are homemade. Big time homemade. Bessie Small.
Oh, forget this. Come on.
Well, we're headed towards the exit. Yeah, this way goes kind of towards the out.
There's an ant pit right here.
Oh. You know what we should have brought with us is a brush hog or something. We could have cleared a path through here.
Well, I have my sticker in the car.
Hey, you know that's not the way out, y'all. Okay. Just as long as you know.
I'm afraid to close my eyes. I'm afraid to open them.
Luke, you got a really big spider on your back.
What?
Just kidding.
Dude, please don't do that. Not, I'm definitely
Yeah.
afraid to-
This is something of a path here. It's not nearly as bad.
I don't know. I want to go back.
We're exploring. This is what we dream of.
Well, here goes my $40 pants.
This is like the killing fields with graves. It is. Well, we're on our way out. This looks like the way out.
You don't know,
was trying to find the hospital.
Oh, you're a leader.
I know. Hey, I'm having a blast. I love this shit.
You go out or you want to? What's the
Oh, don't tell me we lost somebody. I ain't going on any search and rescue missions.
These are my final orders.
We're gonna get back to Pizza Hut covered with thorns and stickers and all kinds of shit.
And they're gonna ask, what did y'all do? What did we do? Here's some ankle bracelets. Watch out.
I'm from the city. I take care of that.
Oh, good grief. Be careful. That's from hell right there. I started to grab it and push it, and I felt the spikes.
What if we got stuck with these and they're like poisonous?
Poisonous thorns are rare in Texas.
Yeah, but what if they...
What if?
Yeah, what if?
What are these holes?
Why don't you go and find out?
Gopher holes? Are these like gopher holes? Something holes. Something with claws dug that.
Ah, I twisted my ankle.
Did you? I can't carry you.
No, get on. Fuck that. Ow.
Don't twist anything.
I'm so glad I'm fat. I got puppy skin, it won't hurt me.
I could drag you out of here.
It'll be the lazy man's way out.
Oh,
Dump, watch out.
here we go.
Here's a slide. Watch
Wow.
Another ankle bracelet.
This is phenomenal.
Poison ivy.